Hi there, everybody. Welcome to Walthers Trains and welcome to the spring edition of the WalthersDirect video. Today, we've got a lot of new product updates and announcements to share with you, so let's jump right in and get started. Since February 1st, the National Model Railroad Build-Off has been open, and it's been off to a great start. Last year's contest was a huge success with some exceptional modeling, and this year's contest promises to be even better. We've put together several all-new starter bundles of structures and scenery products to inspire you. We've also added a new open category for N, HO, and O scale scenes that modelers from all 50 states can enter. The prize pool is more than double this year, and each category now includes second and third place prizes. If you really want to enter the contest, you still have a couple of weeks to purchase your contest bundle, but time is getting short. The order deadline for bundles is April 15th, and all contest entries must be received here at Walthers by May 30th. Prize winners will be announced sometime in July. We'll also be posting regular updates on our social media pages as well as our blog at walthers.com. To learn more about the National Model Railroad Build-Off, visit www.walthers.com/NMRBO21. Now, I do have a lot of all-new product announcements to share with you today, but first up, I want to show you something really cool on the arrival track, so to speak, and that is the new Walthers Proto FP7 diesel locomotive. I have a Pennsylvania Railroad sample right here. Recently featured in the 2021 reference book, the Walthers Proto FP7 diesels are arriving now, and they're gorgeous. The prototype for the model was built by Electromotive Division in the late 1940s and early 1950s, to serve both freight and passenger trains. Each model is loaded with road name specific detail. On this Penzi version, details include train phone antenna, Nathan M3 air horn, passenger pilot, and engineer's side nose grab irons, and much more. And as you can hear, the FP7 is also available factory equipped with an ESU LoadSound 5 DCC sound decoder. Along with Pennsylvania Railroad, the FP7 is available detailed and decorated for Milwaukee Road, Soo Line, Amtrak, Southern Railway, and Southern Pacific. 2-unit sets, either FP7 FP7, FP7 F7B, sell for $549.98 with DCC sound or $369.98 for standard DC. Single FP7 units sell for $279.98 with DCC sound or $189.98 for standard DC. To get one of these dual-service thoroughbreds, see your favorite Walthers dealer. Now next up, we have one of my favorite types of locomotives, a classic cab-end diesel switcher. And this one here is an SW7 Phase 2 from Walthers Mainline. This model is based on an EMD prototype that was built during the 1950s, and it was a real workhorse. This type of locomotive, served on railroads and industrial lines for decades. The locomotive is available with a factory-installed ESU sound and DCC decoder for an MSRP of $199.98. A standard DC version sells for $149.98. Both are scheduled for a June 2021 delivery. Now, the SW7s feature the same powerful drive as Walthers Proto locomotives with all-wheel drive and electrical pickup, LED headlights, and metal Protomax knuckle couplers. In addition to Illinois Central, this first release includes Atlantic Coastline, Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy, Detroit and Toledo Shoreline, New York Central, and Union Pacific. Now, I'm really happy to be able to show you this pre-production deco sample, but the unfortunate thing, it doesn't have a mechanism in it right now, so I can't use it to go get some of the other stuff I really wanted to show you. So for that, I'm going to be bringing in another Walthers Mainline workhorse, and that's going to help me get some things done. So to help me work some freight here on the layout, I have a Walthers Mainline GP9. This is from a previous run. It's actually still in stock, but a new run of these locomotives will be arriving soon, I believe next month. And those are going to be available in the following road names, which you'll see on your screen. Road names in the new run include the NSF Railway, National Railways of Mexico, Southern Pacific Santa Fe, Grand Trunk, New York Central, Union Pacific, Kansas City Southern, and Soo Line. So for more information on those locomotives, go to walthers.com or see your favorite Walthers dealer. All right, now, let's put Big Blue here to work and see what we can find down on the siding. We have a new run of 40-foot Association of American Railroads 1944 boxcars. The prototype for this long-serving car was in service from 1944 into the 1980s. The model features 4/4 improved dreadnought ends, a Murphy raised panel roof, see-through apex running boards, 6-foot Youngstown doors, correct scale 33-inch turn metal wheels, Protomax metal knuckle couplers. The Walthers Mainline 40-foot AAR 1944 boxcar sells for an MSRP of $29.98 with an April 2021 delivery. In addition to Santa Fe, other road names in this run include Canadian National, Illinois Terminal, Kansas City Southern, New York Central, Northern Pacific, Spokane, Portland, and Seattle. Next, we have an all-new boxcar for the Walthers Mainline roster. That's the 40-foot American Car and Foundry welded boxcar with an 8-foot door. This newly tooled model is based on a prototype that served on the rails from the late 1950s into the 1990s and beyond. These workhorse boxcars carried a wide variety of general freight on lines all across North America. Some were even rebuilt and worked into the 21st century. The model features all new tooling, a detailed 10-panel body, see-through running board, separate brake wheel, detailed underbody, correct scale 33-inch metal wheels, and Protomax metal knuckle couplers. The Walthers Mainline 40-foot ACF welded boxcar sells for an MSRP of $29.98 with an April 2021 delivery. In addition to Maine Central, other road names in this run include Chicago and Eastern Illinois, Erie-Lackawanna, Pennsylvania Railroad, Union Pacific, Wabash, Western Maryland, and there's also an undecorated version for all you custom painters out there. This one's for the modern era fans, a new run of 60-foot high-cube plate-off boxcars. These cars are currently used to haul lumber, canned goods, appliances, and other lading that requires some extra protection during transit. The model features prototypically correct roof with X and diagonal panels, separately applied latch bars, detailed underbody with cushion under frame, 100-ton roller-bearing trucks, correct scale 36-inch metal wheels, and Protomax metal knuckle couplers. The Walthers Mainline 60-foot high-cube plate-off boxcar sells for an MSRP of $31.98 and is scheduled for an April 2021 delivery. In addition to Norfolk Southern, other road names in this run include BNSF Railway, Canadian National, Canadian Pacific, TTX, and T-Box. In addition to boxcars, there's a new run of Walthers Mainline 37-foot, 2,980 cubic foot covered hoppers coming soon. Based on prototypes introduced in the late 1980s, these cars could be found hauling all types of powdered materials on the rails, such as cement, flour, as well as grain, fracking sand, roofing granules, and more. The covered hopper features separately applied hopper gates, correct 36-inch metal wheel sets, and Protomax metal knuckle couplers. The Walthers Mainline 37-foot 2980 covered hopper sells for an MSRP of $31.98 and is scheduled for an April 2021 delivery. In addition to the GATX model shown here, other road names in this run include Santa Fe, Chicago and Northwestern, CSX, Union Pacific, and Wisconsin Central. Now, if you spend any time trackside, you know that these days the 40-foot container has basically replaced the 40-foot boxcar. But they're still available in a lot of really cool-looking liveries and paint schemes, and for you modern-era modelers, we've got you covered with HO-scale 40-foot containers, including a new Ocean Network Express version here, white with the magenta lettering. See these all over the place. And this is a new corrugated side model. Includes some really nice crisp printing, and some printing and latch detail on the ends. The containers fit perfectly in Walthers Mainline or Walthers Proto well cars. The two 40-foot high cube reefer containers shown here also include a detailed refrigeration unit. These containers are available lettered for Ocean Network Express or SECO MOL. The reefer containers are in stock now, and the corrugated side container will be available in a couple months. Are you a new model railroader? Or do you know a new model railroader looking for an easy way to get started in the hobby? Then be sure to check out the latest addition to the Walthers Trainline Flyer Express family, the Flyer Express Fast Freight. This set features power lock track, built-in roadbed and nickel-silver rails, power pack with speed and direction control, a Jeep 15 diesel engine with working headlight, and 3 fully assembled Walthers Trainline freight cars, including a Norfolk Southern smooth side gondola, Conrail insulated boxcar, and a wide vision caboose. And to help you really get started, there's also a full-color Walthers Getting Started guide specifically produced for new model railroaders included with each set. In addition to the Canadian Pacific version shown here, this set is also available with Burlington Northern Santa Fe and CSX locomotives and matching cabooses. The Flyer Express Fast Freight sells for an MSRP of $199.98 with an August 2021 delivery. Now, if you've got your train set, you're all set up, and you're ready to expand your fleet, we've got you covered. We have some new Walthers Trainline rolling stock coming soon. We have a new gondola, a new boxcar, and a new hopper, which I'm going to show you right now. The Trainline gondola is available in Canadian National, Missouri, Kansas, Texas, Norfolk Southern, Penn Central, Denver and Rio Grande Western, and Soo Line. The Trainline insulated boxcar is available decorated for Canadian National, CP Rail, Conrail, CSX, and Union Pacific. It's also available decorated for British Columbia Railway. The Trainline coal hopper is available decorated for Clinchfield, Louisville and Nashville, Reading, Southern Pacific, and Union Pacific. The SW7 and all the rolling stock and containers are available for pre-order now through the end of May. Welcome to the photo studio and workshop here at Walthers Trains. This is where a lot of the photos that end up in the annual reference book, flyers, and on the web, this is where they're produced. This is also a workshop where a lot of the Cornerstone structures and Scene Master detail kits get built for the first time. Basically, the vendor will send us some samples in, and one of us will build a model, and we'll see how everything fits together. So since we're back here where all this magic happens, why don't I show you some new structure and detail kits? First up, we have some snap-together structure kits from Walthers Cornerstone. We have these storefronts here. There is Lee's Grocery, Main Street Cleaners, and Tommy's Toys and Games. These structures are molded in color. The windows are molded with the mullions on them as well, so that's really easy to put together. And one thing, remember these are pre-production samples, so they'll also include decals and such, but these also include LED lighting, which unfortunately I can't show you on these pre-production samples, but that is a pretty neat feature. They all sell for $39.98, and they have an April 2021 delivery. Another snap-together kit we have is the Eagle Point Lighthouse. This kit as well is molded in color. It includes LED lighting. Sure to be a signature structure if you have any sort of seaside setting on your layout. It sells for $69.98, and it will also be available April 2021. Now this structure is sure to round out any industrial or city scene on a layout, especially one set from the 40s to about the 60s. And this is a classic municipal water tower, like those that were found by the thousands all across the country. As you can see, it features all sorts of separately applied detail, including actual steel guy wires, and a ladder with a safety cage, some great railing detail. It comes molded in gray. This pre-production sample was built and it was painted silver after it was done. These 3 Walthers Cornerstone overpass kits are perfect for any contemporary North American highway, from a rural road to a multi-lane interstate. Each kit includes parts to build a single or double span. Kits can also be easily combined to build longer spans. There are 3 different versions available. There's a modern concrete highway overpass with concrete sides, a modern steel highway overpass with concrete sides, and a modern concrete overpass with pipe railings. Each kit sells for an MSRP of $39.98 each, with an April 2021 delivery. So whether we're talking about telegraph poles along a main line, parking meters and mailboxes along a city street, or picnic tables and chairs to keep your 1 to 87th people well fed, Walthers Scene Master has all the details you need to bring your layout to life. And last but not least, we have pre-production samples of our Walthers track, assembled track bumpers. These are the perfect protection for any industrial spurs, yard tracks, or passenger yards on your layout. These assembled bumpers sell for $7.98 each. They're available in safety yellow, as well as a rust brown color. They have an expected delivery of June 2021. Well, it looks like we've also come to the end of the line for this edition of WalthersDirect. Thank you very much for joining me, and keep on building and keep on model railroading. For the latest new product announcements, be sure to also sign up for our e-newsletter and follow our social media pages. Take care.